So it's Mobile World Congress 2023. We are, of course, in Barcelona, and I'm here with Greg McCall, Chief Network Officer at BT. Greg, thanks so much for taking time out of your schedule to come and join us for a few minutes.
Thanks, Ray. It's great to see you.
So you've had the role you have now at BT, you've just had for a short amount of time. Chief Networks Officer could mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So what exactly does your role cover? What's actually within your remit?
Yeah, so as you say, I started the new role on the 1st of November. So it's been a busy period, but really exciting. So what we've done is we've brought together the mobile side of our network business and the fixed side of our network business, and then all the applications and services that sit on top of that. So BT TV, BT Sport, all of our cloud collaboration services, all of that sits together. The good news is I used to run quite a large part of that previously. So we've now just brought the fixed part into that.
Right.
And yeah, it's good. It's exciting. 3 months in, still smiling.
Good. Well, let's hope after 33 months you're still smiling. But now, how does your team then work with BT Digital? Because there must be some level of overlap now, and everybody's got a digital team and are doing new things. But I mean, who makes the call on things like third-party edge platforms that will be used for applications? How does that relationship work internally?
Yeah, so, I mean, if you take a step back and you think about what we do, we are one technology team working together. And I think the good thing is we've now got two heads and two brains worrying about, the complex problems that we've got in our business, as well as thinking about the opportunities and how we're going to grow our business. So, so it's not as divided as it might seem to you. It is two teams that work very, very closely together. We have a prime type model, so where the majority of the work gets delivered out of, that team will take the lead, and then the other team will step in line to support for the other elements. So, the edge strategy, we'll be doing all of the networking, all of the infrastructure on the edge, and then we'll work with our digital colleagues to understand how do we bring it to life for our customers, and how do we make it really easy for them to adopt those services.
So in terms of what you're doing and looking forward, we're speaking to a lot of operators here, and everybody seems to be in the middle of probably the greatest network technology transformation for decades. What's the single biggest area of network transformation at BT? What needs to be revamped the most?
Yes, I think if you think about where we are probably building more than we've ever built. We've got our fiber plan, where we, connecting 25 million homes by the end of 25 to fiber. Some would say about time, but I think it's great that we're delivering that. And we've had a fantastic start. We are progressing that. You've heard the term build like fury, and we're certainly doing that. And we're doing exactly the same in the mobile side. As you know, we were the first to launch 5G in the UK. We've got the biggest and best 5G network, and we're really, really proud of that. But as we're building out this new technology, we also need to simplify our networks. We need to remove the legacy, and this has two benefits. One is it makes it simpler for us to operate and deliver services for our customers, but equally there's a sustainability angle, because a lot of the old stuff consumes a lot of the energy. So we will be shutting down 3G this year, which I think is exciting, and it will save us on energy. And we are also well on our way to shutting down the PSTN network by 2025 as well.
Okay. And on the topic of energy efficiency, even with the new networks, is there still a lot of effort going into finding ways to make those even more energy efficiency, and like talking to the companies here and saying, make it better, make it consume less power, make it more automated, and those kind of specs? Is that something that's happening all the time?
Yeah, 100%. And that is one of the things that I think we've all seen over the last couple of years. It's very high on our agenda, and there's not a single meeting I've done here where energy hasn't been a topic. So,
right.
And we're getting well supported by the ecosystem. Our partners have it high on their agenda, and we're working collaboratively to improve it. And what we've done in mobile is really exciting. Historically we used to beam out multiple carriers 24/7. And what we're now doing is tuning the network to only beam out the carriers when our customers need to use that, and that's saving significant amounts of energy. And Ray, I always say, we are the last generation of technologists that have an opportunity to save the planet. and we have to use technology to do that. And that is, one of my agenda topics and something that my team are very, very focused on.
So at Mobile World Congress, energy efficiency is a hot topic, 5G in general, but Open RAN is another thing that's getting talked a lot about here at the show. Is this something that's going to play a part in BT's network strategy, say, in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so Ray, the short answer to that is over the next 5 years, probably not. We've got a fairly significant replacement program going on within BT, where we're replacing the high-risk vendor with Nokia and with Ericsson. We're very, very happy with the partners we've got. That being said, we are absolutely on the page of encouraging diversification to ensure that we, do support that. And we are very active in the standards and doing trials and working with industry to understand what Open RAN can do for us.
Okay.
But I think we all need to remember that Open RAN needs to solve one problem, which is how do we deliver better outcomes for our customers at lower cost? And if it solves that, we're all ears.
Okay, great. So what would you say is the single biggest network technology innovation right now that you're most excited about that could bring benefits to the way BT runs its networks and then ultimately deliver better services to customers?
Yes, I think BT has a huge responsibility in the UK to ensure that we can deliver connectivity wherever our customers need it. And we're on record to say that we will ensure that people can get 5G by 2028, wherever they request it, and that's super important. But in order to do that,
that's tough.
It's really tough, especially in really remote areas.
Yeah.
And so what I'm quite excited about right now is the use of LEOs to support the backhaul from our radio towers back into our core and how we use that. And we've done some quite good experimentation on that now. We've got our first site up and running, and I think there's some exciting innovation that we can do there.
Okay, so do you see in general a greater role for non-terrestrial network roles within the broader telecom sector going forward, not just for backhaul, but or bridging that digital divide? Seems weird to talk about that in a country like the UK, but do you think that's going to become a bigger part of the overall comms picture?
Yeah, I think it will, to be honest. Whether it extends beyond backhaul to a service that every customer will use, we're probably not in that space. But for some emergency services in remote areas, potentially. And we're working in partnership with OneWeb to think about how we can expose that and how we can use that in our network. And then equally, closer to the earth, we're also doing quite a lot of work on HAPS,
right,
which I think is also quite an exciting technology for us to improve coverage for our customers.
Yeah. That whole area has maybe been a little tainted by some balloons recently in certain parts of the world, but we won't get into that now. But did want to end on something not really MWC related or telecoms related. Been asking this question of people in the industry for many years now. What is your favourite film of all time? The single film that you regard as your favourite, not the best, your favourite.
So for me, it's probably Invictus. I'm a sports nut. Anything to do with sport, I love. And Nelson Mandela is one of the leaders that I've always admired. So to see that film play out, where we won our first World Cup, have a leader, that brought a nation together, has really inspired me through my life, and that's probably the one film that really resonates with me.
Okay, excellent. Greg, thanks very much for taking time to chat to us today, and look forward to catching up in the future.
Thanks, Ray. Lovely to see you.